What's happening, Cowboy fans? This is Gen X Cowboy coming to you from Family First Sports, where we talk all Dallas Cowboy football. What's happening? Hey, man, I want to get into the show, but first and foremost, I want to thank my 1,000 subscribers for rocking with me, man, and believing in me, man. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are important to me, and I'm going to make sure I bring you guys fire moving forward. Now, if you think it's lit now, wait till the season starts. Ooh, it's going to get crazy. It's going to get crazy. I'm going to bring on some guests. I'm going to bring on some of my homeboys to talk some football with you, as well as, some different things I got in the making. So stay tuned for that during the season starts. So let's get into the show, guys. I want to get right into the show. The first topic I want to talk about is Tyler Guyton. Man, I'm going to say this. You guys have been watching my content. For those who haven't been watching, I'm a big fan of Tyler Guyton, and here's why. In preseason, we were all hyped up how Tyler Guyton was looking in preseason. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember in practice how he was doing well against Michael Parsons? Y'all remember that? Right? And then his first game of his pro career, he goes against Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, Hall of Famer Myles Garrett, right? And not only did he go against him, but he doesn't fall to pieces. He didn't have the greatest game in the world, but Myles Garrett didn't dominate. Now think about that, bro. Think about you coming into the league and you playing the best player on that side of the ball in the league. In the league. The Michael Jordan of defensive players. That's your first game. You playing him. And he don't dominate you. So that told me that this guy had potential, right? And throughout the season, he had his ups and downs. Later on, he had some downs, but I was thinking that was due to injury, and he got wore out. He was a rookie, but at no time that I thought about replacing him in the offseason with a draft pick, because he didn't look terrible, right? He had some things to work out. He had to get stronger. His footwork is impeccable. But he had to get stronger. But I didn't want to waste a draft pick on an offensive tackle when I know we just took one last year in the first round. It made no sense to me, right? But you have other people who thought like they thought, and I ain't knocking them. They know a little bit more about me. But I knew, and now, mind you, this guy ain't did nothing yet. He ain't did nothing yet. But this is a great start. I want you guys to listen to. See, this is how you know when it's different, right? And I'm going to get into something in a minute, but I want you guys to listen to this guy talk about how he changed his diet.
Tyler, how much of your diet did you change with them?
I changed my diet completely around. Fast foods are out, fried foods are out. I just try to stick to a strict regimen of vegetables and like salmon, throughout the week of prep. So it's definitely changed a lot, actually. It's a good question.
Is that easy or hard to do?
Yeah, it was easy. I feel better. It's easy when you feel better. I feel like my body's more pure right now, and I can move more freely. My joints feel better, so it's a great transition.
Did you add more protein intake here as well when you do that?
Yeah, more protein. A lot of steaks. Anything that'll make me better and put good things in my body, I'm eating.
What inspired the change, and where did you kind of design your new diet from?
I'm just asking questions to our nutritionists. Watching videos, learning on my own.
Now, I want you to understand something, guys. Tyler Guyton, you know that it means something to him. When you start changing your diet, let me do a quick story. I ain't going to keep it long. This is a quick story. You guys, I'm a big fan of Kobe Bryant, right? When Kobe Bryant was drafted in the NBA out of high school, right? He was easily a top, I would say, 15 player in the league, 15 to 20. But Kobe wanted to be number one. Michael Jordan was number one, of course. But he wanted to be number one. Even though his talent said he was a top 15 to 20 player in the league right now as a rookie coming out of high school. He could have stayed there and would have had a great career. But no. Now this is documented. This man's to be in the gym at 3 o'clock in the morning, from 3 to 5 working out. Come home after 5 o'clock, he go home and eat breakfast. Come back, practice with the team. I'm just saying it meant something to him to be the best. When you have a work ethic like that, it means something to you. Now, I'm going to tell you the theme of this show. The theme of this show is discipline will take you places, motivation can't. All right? Now, I want y'all to see my shirt. I wore this shirt for a reason, right? Discipline can take you places that motivation can't. See, it takes discipline when you're talking about changing your diet. That's discipline, guys. And that means it means something to him. And see, that's what I needed to hear. I needed to hear all of this stuff about how, players are trying to get better and I'm going to do this to get better. I'm going to do that. But I rarely hear people talking about changing their diet, right? Changing their diet. Now, when you change your diet and you're the first one in the building and the last one to leave, that tells me a lot. That tells me a lot about this player, man. I'm proud of this cat, man. I loved how he answered his questions. Oh, they tried to make him jump off sides. They tried to throw him a ball to make him throw excuses what happened last year. He wouldn't take it. He wouldn't take it. And I'm proud of him of that, man. That was excellent how he did that. So let's move on, guys, to the next topic, which is Joe Milton. Now, I'm going to say something to you guys. I think Joe Milton can be our future quarterback. This is in no way saying that Dak, he's going to replace Dak. I'm not saying that, right? I'm saying in the future, this guy can be possibly our future quarterback. It was reported that he looked great in practice. The first practice, he struggled a little bit, right? But the second practice, he was picking up stuff more, and his arm, there's no doubting his arm strength. The accuracy was the issue. But in the second practice, that seems to have been fixed somewhat. He looked great, fantastic in the second practice. And with his legs, this is a young guy who can run, right? So if you're telling me that you got a gun as an arm, there's no doubt about his arm strength, no doubt. If you can make him get accurate with his arm strength and he can run, we may have our future quarterback in the midst right here. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to replace Dak, but let me say this, guys. I want you to understand something. A lot of people think this is hyperbole when you're talking about Milton replacing Dak sooner than people think. But didn't we say that about Tony Romo? Did we see Dak coming here and replacing Tony Romo as soon as he did? What happened? Tony Romo got hurt. Dak came in and wouldn't give his job back. Now, I'm hoping to God that Dak Prescott don't get hurt again. But God forbid, if he did, and Joe Milton came in and did a fantastic job, is it that much of a stretch to say we can have the same thing that happened to Tony Romo happen here in 2025? I'm just saying, man. We didn't see Dak replacing Tony Romo, guys. I know you didn't. Don't give me that. So don't act like this cannot be done. This could be done. I'm not saying it will. I'm hoping it won't, because if it does happen like that, we won't have a great season. I want Dak to play the entire season. I want him to have 5,000 yards, not even 5,000. I say 4,000 yards. Him and Pickens and CD, they vibe together. We have a great season. But I'm just saying, don't act like it's so far-fetched that this can't happen. He can replace him sooner than 2 years. I'm going to say 2 years he'll be replaced with Joe Milton if the trajectory of Joe Milton continues to go up. That's important. The trajectory has to continue to go up. And if it does, I see 2 years. Right? But don't get hurt. That's all I'm saying. All right, guys, let's talk about CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. Man, these guys are like, you ever seen the movie Brothers? I mean, these guys are vibing together. There was an incident in practice where CeeDee Lamb dropped the ball, right? And this was on 105.3 The Fan. CeeDee dropped the ball, and he ran to the sideline and was doing push-ups. They said George Pickens sprinted down where CeeDee Lamb was at, got on the ground, and they all did push-ups together. Like, I got you, bro. This guy showed support for his brother. Man, that meant something, man. He's gonna be fine, man. So let's keep it moving on. Let's move on to Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons is not in camp right now, and I don't blame him. You guys got to be kidding me if you expect Michael Parsons to be in camp. This man on the verge of getting a $200 million contract. And I hear people talking about, it looks bad on Shoddy, as far as Coach Shoddy, that Michael Parsons isn't here and he's preaching all this camaraderie stuff like that. Man, this man has a $200 million contract waiting on him, and you want him to come in here and get hurt? You think they're going to pay him that $200 million if he gets hurt? Stop it. Michael Parsons is doing the right thing. You set out. Now, the Joneses need to go ahead and fix that. I don't understand. What's the logic, though? What is the logic of you waiting? Why are you waiting? What are you trying to do? Why won't you get him in here? So don't look at Michael Parsons like he the problem. Or don't look at Coach Shoddy like he ain't doing what he's supposed to do. Look at the front office. Because he should have already been here. We know he going to get it. I don't know what we playing, what we waiting on. We know he going to get it, guys. I don't care what it is. I don't give a damn if it's $300 million. They going to pay him. So what's the problem? What's the logic of you waiting? There is no logic. That's just you being arrogant, right? That's all that is. That's all that is. Go ahead and pay the man. Michael Parsons deserves the money. Go ahead and pay this man, get it out of the way, and then he can come in here and be here. And then you guys can talk about how Shoddy doing this and Shoddy doing that. But don't beat up Shoddy, because what he doing, he ain't got nothing to do with that. He doing right. He told that man, he said he saw him. He came in the first OTA, first day, and he went on vacation. It's voluntary, bro. Even if it was mandatory, I don't want Parsons there. I don't want him there. I don't want this man to get hurt. I don't. I do not want him to get hurt, man, and not get that big money. The Joneses need to go ahead and make this contract happen, period, point blank. All right, guys, let's move on now. Now, we've been hearing some stuff in OTAs about Jonathan Mingo. Jonathan Mingo has been balling in the OTAs. His name keeps coming up. See, we're talking about Tober as if he's the third wide receiver. Right? Jonathan Mingo looks like he gonna challenge Tober for that third position, bro. This Pickens trade has made us deep at the wide receiver position. And it's made us a better team and a deeper team by doing just that, right? So let's keep it moving. Now, I want to talk about a guy who was emerging. A top guy who was emerging who I did not see. It was either a 7th round pick? Jay Toyer, defensive tackle out of UCLA. I'm hearing some good things in OTAs about this cat, man. This cat could possibly be a sneaky starter. Now, nobody has told me that, right? I'm just saying, from all the reports, Toyer looked good. He is impressing in the OTAs. Now, if he takes that to training camp, and Mozzie doesn't elevate his game, man, Toyer might be starting. I'm just saying. I got nothing to prove that. Nothing to prove that. But he's impressing people in the OTAs. So if he take that momentum to training camp and Mozzie doesn't elevate his game, he has to elevate his game. And I think Mozzie will elevate his game. Let me say that as well. I think Mozzie will elevate his game. But Toyer been looking good, man. So good job, man. All right, guys, we're going to go into a segment of my show called The Fan Spotlight, where I bring on a follower, somebody who commenting on my videos, just to give you guys some of the respect for you coming on here and supporting the platform. Time is valuable, right? You take a little time at your day to come on my platform and post or give me a comment. I'm going to make sure I recognize you guys on that. I'm going to do 2 today because I normally do 1, but I'm going to do 2 today, right? All right, this first comment comes from a guy from the UK, Nicholas Rodriguez. He says, God bless you all from UK. Nicholas Rodriguez, St. Helen, north of UK. Brother, my UK brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate your support. I didn't know I had a fan in the UK, and the Cowboys, we got fans everywhere. So, man, I appreciate you, Nick, man. Stick around for the season, man. It's going to get crazy in the season. I got some stuff planned for us, and it's going to be cool, man. So tell all your family and your friends in the UK about Family First Sports, man. And the Cowboys, we coming, man. We coming this year. Thanks a lot for your comment, brother. All right, this next comment is coming from a guy who, from the beginning, he has supported me. And I'm going to be transparent with y'all, man. When I first started this, I didn't think I could do it. I made like 3-4 videos, no comments, no likes. And I thought that meant something. That meant, nobody was receiving my content. But this one guy came on, I think about 5th video, he came on and he commented on it. And I want to give this brother his respect. His name is Craig English 3536. And he said, great video, OG. Now this video, I can't even tell you what video it was. All I know is the comment propelled me to do better. It made me feel better about what I was doing. And I just want to give this brother a shout out, man. Thank you, Craig English 3536. Man, your comment, that little, it ain't little to me. Just saying great video, OG, propelled me to do better. I said, okay, somebody's receiving this. And ever since then, I've been grinding, trying to do better, man, and bring you guys some great content. And I appreciate you, brother, for supporting the channel. And again, stick around for the season. It's going to get crazy. All right, guys, let's get into my final thoughts, man. Tyler Guyton's diet switch is a blueprint for any player looking to elevate. Nutrition matters, man, as much as skill. So for this man to do what he's doing, I mean, he hasn't done anything yet on the field. All of this has to change something on the field. I can only go by what I see and what I hear. The man changed his diet, and he's the first one in the building and the last one to leave. That tells me everything I need to know right there. But we're going to see how this changes him on the field. None of this matters if he doesn't change and nothing happens on that field. So we're going to see how that goes, right? Now, let's talk about Lamb and Pickens. Lamb and Pickens are going to cause headaches for opponents. Watch their friendship turn into highlight reel synergy. Watch now. Watch how these boys just bubbling together, just hanging together, how they going to change this whole goddamn team on the offensive side of the ball. Watch this. Now, Michael Holdout is a gamble. It is. Let's be honest with you. But the Cowboys need to get this done or risk defensive depth taking a hit. You need to go ahead and get it done, Jerry. What you waiting on? What's the logic behind it? There ain't no logic behind it. Now, Jonathan Mingo and Jay Toya, these guys making a push for some real snaps. Watch Jay Toya on defense and watch Jonathan Mingo pushing Tolbert for that third position. All right, guys, that's it for Family First Sports. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Please like and subscribe to that channel. I plan to bring you guys some great content moving forward. Y'all stay up.